The reason you're all gathered here today, of course, is to learn more about an exciting announcement from the Government of Ontario. So it's with pleasure to have with us today the Honourable John Milloy, Minister of Training, Colleges and Universities, as well as the Kitchener Centre MPP. He has been an incredible champion of the City of Kitchener, the entire region of Waterloo, and all of the growth that we're all enjoying. So please join me in welcoming the MPP for Kitchener Centre, Minister of Training, Colleges and Universities, John Milloy.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be back here again at the Hub and see so many folks out here from Desire2Learn and the community at large. Welcome to our two city councillors, especially Bill, if I can say that. Barry comes to everything, and he's been, of course, elected for many years, but it's great to see a new face out and see such interest, I think, from all the councillors in what's happening here in the community, and especially here in downtown Kitchener. And you are such an important part of the downtown revitalization, which is just amazing what's been happening over the past few years. I'm here today as the local MPP on behalf of my colleague Sandra Pupatello, Minister of Economic Development and Trade, who's no stranger to this area, and I know sends her best wishes and congratulations. I also bring the congratulations of my colleague Leanna Pendergast, who's the MPP for Kitchener-Conestoga. Leanna is part of, she's Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Finance, and right now there's Finance Committee hearings and pre-budget work that's going on, and she's snowed under in Toronto and sends her best and congratulations as well on this important news that we're going to be sharing. Now, some of you in this room, I know certainly John and Ian and others were at the Premier's presentation that he made earlier this week at Binghamton's on the state of the Ontario economy. And the Premier gave quite an interesting presentation, a multimedia presentation, when he talked about Ontario's progress over the last few years. He talked about the effects of the recession in Ontario, and at the end he ended on a very optimistic note about how our province is poised to emerge from this recession and really take on the world. But the key point in the Premier's presentation he gave is that our world has changed. It's changed considerably. Not only is Ontario facing very different economic situation, our dollar is on par with the United States, we're seeing the effects of globalization, we're seeing all different trading patterns that are going on, but he also made the point that everyone in this room I think would agree with, and that is the whole nature of the economy, the whole nature of the products and services that are being developed and sold have changed radically, dramatically in just the past few years. Now, as someone who has the privilege of representing Waterloo Region and as part of the Ontario government, one of the things that I'm proudest about our government's economic policies, and really what I think the Premier did a great job in outlining, is that we've been aware that these changes are happening, that these changes, the pace of them are picking up, and a lot of what we've done over the past few years has been to prepare Ontario to take advantage of this changing world. We've supported research institutions like Perimeter and CG. We've worked with groups like Communitech, and it's great to have Ian here. And of course, the most tangible example, we're standing in it, and that's the Hub, which of course is not only this region's digital media center bringing together industry and research, but it really serves as a central focal point for the entire province and country, where Ontario is going to be a real leader in terms of digital media. We've also partnered with companies, both here in Waterloo Region and across the province, as they've created new jobs and announced new investments. And that, of course, is why I'm here today to announce a brand new partnership with Desire2Learn. You, Desire2Learn, represent so much of the future of this industry. And we're proud to have you here, right here in Kitchener, a homegrown company under the leadership of many of you who just came down the road from the University of Waterloo. And although you are homegrown, you are taking advantage of this international market that's out there. And in fact, they tell me that 80% of the company's revenues come from outside Canada, and there are more than 5 million users of Desire2Learn software around the world. So you've got some big plans ahead. You have some big investments that you're poised to make. And today I'm very pleased to announce that the Government of Ontario, through our Next Generation Jobs Fund, wants to be part of this investment and will be putting forward $4.25 million as part of this $28 million package. So we'll give you all the... I always kind of feel like George Costanza, that I should just stop there and go on. But listen, I'll just conclude by saying, what does this mean? This means, obviously, more growth for this remarkable company. And most importantly, from where I stand, it means more jobs for this community. This is great news for Desire2Learn, but it's also great news for the community. I think all of us recognize that there's a whole economic ecosystem that's out there, and a strong tech cluster, a strong area in terms of digital media, what's going on here in the hub. Anchor companies that we have here in the community, companies like Desire2Learn, they're part of a much larger system, and they are creating all sorts of direct and indirect benefits to everybody who's here in the economy. So Desire2Learn's success is going to be the success of Waterloo Region. So to John Baker, to your entire team here, I want to congratulate you. This is wonderful news about your growth, about this new investment. It's going to continue to put Desire2Learn on the map, and it's going to benefit all of us here in Waterloo Region. So once again, congratulations. Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank Minister Milloy for an incredible announcement. For us as an organization, we're impressed with government when they make strategic investments that see insight into markets where maybe others don't, where we see an opportunity to create and empower and maintain highly skilled jobs in a market. When we first applied for this, when it was going this direction, this initiative, this investment for us sparked our confidence in the ability for us to hire not only the jobs that we outlined in the project, but we've already exceeded our job targets that we've set for this particular initiative. We're very excited about the fact that we, over the course of the last year, have added over 100 employees to our user, not our user base, but to an employee group, and we're looking to add another 100 over the course of the next year, or 18 months as we go forward. So that strategic investment had a major impact on the company and on the direction for where we're going in the future. I want to also compliment you on the incredible investment that you're putting into post-secondary education. The 70% target for going off to post-secondary education and actually completing it is an amazing target, and if we achieve it as a province and as a country, it'll set the bar for other nations around the world. And I'm incredibly proud to say that Ontario is doing this. The investment into education, not only in the post-secondary sector, but in all levels, is paying off dividends to our society and into the economy as a whole. We're taking this investment and putting it into technology. Well, my mobile phone's on my chair, but it doesn't help. We're putting it into technology that powers learning on little handheld devices like my BlackBerry, or tablets, or in the classroom, or fully online over the web. It's truly having a major impact on the lives of each and every student that we reach, and all 5 to 6 or 7 million, or however many there are today, are really enjoying the benefits of that investment in research and development. We're also building out the platform so it's much more extensible, so that we can ensure that not only can instructors and teachers put course content online, but now maybe build applications that support improvements to the educational system. And then we're also trying to build in a lot more analytics and business intelligence into these systems, so that the instructors and the administration can understand what's working and what's not working, so we can drive better outcomes, better student success, better retention, create more success when students transition from high school into universities, into colleges, and off into the workforce. We want to make sure that system is working as best as we possibly can, and this type of partnership is exactly what we need to achieve that goal and that vision. We're committed to maintaining these jobs. We've grown to over 245 employees today, and we're committed to even more success and more growth as we go forward. And having the support of the government and your ministry and others is an incredible partnership that I think will continue to evolve as we go forward in the future. I look back 11 years when we signed our first lease. There's 2 of us in the office, and we signed 3,300 square feet at 72 Victoria, which is just across the street from here. We had a big vision back then. Too much space, but a big vision. And I remember the landlord saying, eventually we're going to rent you a whole floor in that building across the street. And amazingly enough, not only did we rent one, we've rented two, and we're trying to work on a third. So it's, the revitalization of downtown Kitchener has been impressive over the course of the last 11 years that we've been present in this community. But more impactful on us as an organization has been the people that we've interacted with in this community. The businesses, the leadership, the organizations like Communitech, like yourself. That has been what's been so welcoming in this environment. That's why we're here. That's why we continue to invest in this region. And that's why we continue to see great success. It's that community, that support, that network that really enables us as an organization. And I would be remiss if I forget to thank my staff. It's the 245 people that come in every day that put in so much time and energy to make sure that the lives of those students and those faculty and the teachers that they touch each and every day better. It's that impact that they have on those individuals that drives them. And I've never seen such a great group of individuals come together in terms of a committed vision for where we need to go in the future, and I applaud them for all their hard work and effort over the years. And once again, I want to thank you again very much for this investment. Appreciate it very much.